Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick video on Kim and Kanye West. Kim and Kanye West, they got together, they met, they got married, and they decided to have 4 beautiful children together. And right now, we are seeing the beginnings of the ugliest, or one of the ugliest, Hollywood divorces that we have ever seen. It's sad. It's deplorable, it's disgusting, and I simply don't like it. And every time people want to talk about this situation that's going on between Kanye and Kim, they want you to either be Team Kanye or Team Kim. Well, in this particular case, I'm Team their 4 children. They have Northwest, who's 8, Chicago West, who's 4, Song West, who's 2, and Saint West, who's 6. These 2, regardless of what they're going through right now, decided to create and have 4 beautiful children together, 4 innocent children together. And right now, them taking to the social media platform, singing shots at each other, talking about each other's parenting skills, saying who's taking care of the kids and who's not. They think they're hurting each other. Well, maybe they're throwing little band-aid wounds on each other, but they're slaughtering their kids. The luckiest one, if there's a lucky out of the 4, maybe Son West, who's only 2, who probably really doesn't even understand and know what's quite going on right now. But you better believe Northwest, who's 8, and Saint West, who's 6, surely knows and understands that mommy and daddy, not only are they not together anymore, but they're fighting and they're not in agreement. What do I think should happen in this particular situation? One, before I say what do I think should happen, shame on Kim and shame on Kanye for not realizing that themselves are not the most important thing in this equation, but the children are. Somebody has to say, you know what? For the greater good of the kids, I'm going to shut my mouth. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about self here, meaning me. I went through a situation. I only have one son. I went through a situation where, me and his father decided, listen, we can no longer be together. And I'm giving you the very short version, right? And at the demise of the relationship, because I think feelings are still hurt, people are bruised, and you're going through your own separation of y'all not being together anymore. And for me and him, it was 20 plus years. So the situation happened. Shots were being slinged. And at some point, I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to bow out and bow down. Not because I feel that I'm not right. Not because it doesn't hurt and I want to make that person hurt back for everything that they're doing to me, but I bowed down and backed out for the greater good of my kid. Here's the thing. It's easier to raise a healthy child to become a great adult. So you got 18 years to try to raise a healthy child, but the adult life is longer than their childhood life. And it's very difficult. And as a matter of fact, extremely difficult to correct a bruised adult, to help a bruised adult get over the trauma of their past in their childhood. So when you decide to become a parent, you decide, you sign on the dotted line, and the fine print is you give up a lot. You give up self to raise this little individual or individuals that you created. And you got 18 years. Give up the 18 so that the 50 after or the 20 after, or however long they live after, they're living in harmony and peace and not trying to fix all the broken pieces that happened in their childhood. So I digress, and I'm going to get back, and I'm going to say this. Kanye and Kim, as being the adults in this situation, It only takes one of them to bow down and back out and say, you know what? I'm going to let that person go ahead and wild out. I'm not going to feed into it. I'm not going to put fuel in the fire. I'm not going to throw any more wood in the fireplace. Eventually, the other person will back down when they realize that you're not taking the bait. And why would I not take the bait? Again, it would have nothing to do with what I felt like what they were saying is right and wrong. I wouldn't take the bait for the greater good of my kids. So he can sling shots. He could say whatever he want. I would sit back, let him roast me in the public eye. Because some things, we have to understand, it's not your fight or your battle to take up. Just because someone put the cards down on the table don't mean you have to pick them up. And in this case, for the name of my kids, I would not pick up the cards. If I were Kim, and I'm using Kim because I'm a female, so I'm going to take it from the female side. If I were Kim, I would let him sling shots. I would let him say whatever he wanted to say. But I would also let him see his kids. When we decide to choose a mate, and we lay down and we create another life, that's who we chose. So we got to deal with our consequences. And you can't say to me that here you have this man that you was married to all this time. Your last baby is 2. So at the very least 3 years ago, he was still good enough for you to create another life. But at this point now he's crazy. He's sick in the head. He's doing this. He's doing that. And I don't want him around the kids. So what happened in those 3 years that was this significant shift and change? Because as I stated, just 3 years ago, you gave him another baby. And to hold a child back from their kid is just not a child. To hold a child away from one of their parents is dreadful. That child is 50% the mother, 50% the father. They're carrying both genes, and no matter what is going on with the other parent, that child cares about both of their parents. And you have to be adults and say, you know what? You and I are not getting along. You and I, we just made a mess of our relationship. But we got to think about these kids. And for the kids, let's try to come to some common ground. You get them every other weekend. And maybe you get them 2 days of the week. You want to live across the street from me? As long as you mind your business and don't be in my personal business, we good. Yes, you can have a say in the kids' life because they are your children. And listen, regardless of me getting along with the other parent or not, I would say, listen, you still cannot do that. Speak to your father. Or I'm going to call your father. We're not doing this. Just because we broken up, we're not going to act the fool and act like there's not going to be no rules and no order and none of that. Your father is still involved with your life. And matter of fact, you want to act crazy, I'm going to call him right now. You got to come together with that other parent. It takes 2. And yes, there are plenty of women out there and plenty of people out there that because they had no other choice, they were the single and only sole parent. But if you have an option where the other parent wants to be in this kid's life, you let them in the kid's life. And trust me, you're going to need that time alone. Kids need a lot of energy. They need a lot from you. And if every other weekend they can go take the energy from their dad and then come back to you, let dad have at it. I'll see y'all Monday when y'all get back. You got to share the custody. You got to share the love. And you got to share the respect. And I don't care how bad and how much that other parent is doing to you, you never let the kids know. This is not kids' business. This is adult business. The kids shouldn't be in that. So I would tell the dad on the side, listen, you're dirty, grimy for doing that to me. You dead wrong. But go ahead, pick up your kids on Sunday. Because what's coming to you, you're going to get it. You reap what you sow. I don't care what you believe in. People will reap what they sow. You cannot plant an apple tree and expect oranges to grow. It doesn't work that way. You cannot put out hate and expect love to come back your way. It doesn't work that way. So let me wrap this up and say this. What do I think should happen? I think a court order needs to happen to shut both Kim and Kanye up. Both of them need to shut their mouth in the social media. You're destroying the kids, the ones that really matter. You're adults already. Don't do this to the little ones. So the judge should hit the gavel and tell Kim and Kanye, shut up. Don't say another thing in social media. Kanye doesn't want his daughter on TikTok, but yet he's on these social media platforms wilding out. But they both are, so I'm not just saying Kanye, but you get what I'm saying. So the judge should say, shut up. No social media for y'all. That if y'all going to talk about each other, y'all could do your regular stuff on social media, but do not talk about each other. Do not talk about the kids. None of that on social media. And do not talk about each other in front of the children. We got adults, we got little kids you're trying to raise into productive adults. And you don't want them to be a menace to society when they grow up because they had such traumatizing things happen to them in their childhood. I'm done with this subject because they get me mad. But thanks, guys, for watching. Chat with me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Should a judge hit the gavel, put a gag on both Kim and Kanye and just say, shut up for the greater good of the children? Let me know your thoughts. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.